everybody, this is me good and I'm good for fun with you guys. I'm still trying to find like elegant conversation for a role.
What can I do for you, boss?
Maybe I need to talk to the other one. If that doesn't work, that means I fricked up the quest. Which can happen. Which means I will use a code to fix it. Like a command and everything, so. But that's not going to be this episode.
McLafferty's a hard boss, but she knows what she's doing, that's for sure.
I want to talk to a lawyer.
What if you go? What if you stay? I love you.
Maybe it's a zone.
You can be kind. I know. There was never a man like my Johnny.
Loyal. Loyal, my dude.
Isn't that bomber a beauty? Thanks so much for making an old man's dreams come true.
That's a good thing to see, huh, boss?
What are you talking about?
That loyal guy. He's getting up there in years, but he still finds a way to make himself useful to his people. If you ask me, that's better than withering away all alone or holding on to some faded piece of glory from your past.
Lawyer's using his year of knowledge to help his tribe. I think that's a noble goal.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
What's on your mind?
Old history, boss. I grew up in a place called Hidalgo Ranch, just outside Mexico City. It wasn't much, just a bit of a farm, with a house for 3 generations of Tejadas. I wasn't the best behaved kid. I was quick with my hands, with a pistol or a wrench. And I wasn't afraid to get into fights over it. I never killed anybody, but I had my share of run-ins with the police. Mostly my family kept me in line. This was before the war. We were far enough away from Mexico City when the bombs fell that we missed the worst of it. But things got bad quick.
Go on.
Just a few days after Mexico City was vaporized, refugees started pouring down the road to our ranch. We helped who we could, but there were so many. Eventually, my father started turning people away before we ran out of food. Things got violent. My father and I got our guns, and we drove them off.
What happened then?
About 24 men came back in the night after we'd gone to sleep. They set fire to the ranch house and barred the doors from the outside. My whole family was trapped inside. I smelled the smoke, and I got myself and my little sister Rafaela out through a window. But everyone else, my parents, my grandmother, my 2 brothers, and 2 of my sisters, all died.
What happened then?
Rafaela and I ran. We were pursued by some of the men who attacked our home, but I was always a good shot. The ones who came after us, I killed. The rest, I left be. I had to take care of Rafaela, not throw my life away on revenge.
You can think it was your. You could think it was your fault. No one could stand against a dozen armed men all along.
I know that, boss. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm just getting sentimental in my old age. Anyways, forget it. Just wanted that off my chest.
I mean, I could, but like, with my guns, with my fists, it's a different story. I'm gonna get hurt.
got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting,
Sorry about the neighbor. I don't know if you even can hear that. For me it's dum 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 dum. Heavy footing. It's no matter, it's not that annoying, but it is annoying a little bit.
Never seen you around before. What do you want?
Bye. There you are.
Howdy. Name's Sterling, first recon. Can't say I've seen you before. I'd remember if I had.
You're right, we never met.
Got a good memory for faces, landmarks and such too. Comes with practice, that's all. And a lot of scouting from place to place.
Have you seen anything suspicious around here?
As a matter of fact, it's funny that you'd ask. A couple nights back, I was on watch in the yard. Got myself a habit of looking all around, not just where I'd expect to find trouble. Old habit, but it saved my hide on occasion. Round about 1 in the morning, I spied some lights in the control tower. Now that's the 3rd time I've spied those lights, mind you. And every time I ask about it, they tell me the place was empty. I'm just saying, didn't look empty to me.
Thanks for the information.
No trouble at all. Might be nothing. Couple frisky young folks looking for a quiet place to snuggle up. That light is mighty consistent. Always there at 1 a.m. Might be worth a look.
Interesting rifle you have there. Lever action, right?
I call her the Long Carabine. Didn't always have the scope. I added that myself. Been shooting with her so long, couldn't bring myself to toss her away. Would have felt guilty to part with the old girl. The other snipers used bolt action, but Gore bets reckoned it didn't matter none if I was different, so long as I can hit my targets.
Have you always been with the first recon?
Used to be a ranger, one of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation and reconnaissance. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. A couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall. A lot of those rangers are dead now. Vegas always chewed men up. It's just a little more literal nowadays.
Why do you leave the ranger?
Well, that wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay. They had themselves some fun with me. Mangled my hands and feet pretty good. Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either.
How did you manage to escape Malpais?
Caesar's boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me, so they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. Guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple of rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said.
How long have you been stashed here?
Going on 6 months now, but I reckon we'll be moving out soon enough. Can't talk about the details. Till then, we'll man the towers and keep an eye on the fiends. We've had more than our share of trouble from their direction. Whole thing smells of Caesar to me. Of course, that's just guesswork. But I'd still bet a few caps he's stirring up the locals against us.
Bye.
Always a pleasure. Keep yourself safe. Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you risk for nuclear enemy.
Got a second to talk, boss?
Sure, what's on your mind?
Meeting Corporal Sterling. Well, it kind of got me thinking. Here's a guy that's been beat all to hell, right? I mean, he could have retired from the service, but instead he signs back on and does what he can. You think he did the right thing?
Might smart, but a soldier can't do his job properly with those limitations. I don't want to be mean, but it's a life or death situation and you can't afford to be mediocre.
You're preaching to the choir here, boss. Once a man's prime is behind him, he should let it go.
So maybe you're talking about yourself there, Raul.
It's a question I've asked myself often. After the fire, I knew my sister and I couldn't stay at Hidalgo Ranch anymore. The refugees still wanted me dead. They even put a bounty on me. I remember how scared Rafaela was. I told her if she came with me, we'd see the vaqueros. She used to love the rodeo, especially the trick wagon. We figured maybe we could find help in Mexico City. We were young. We didn't know what had happened, really. We didn't understand about the bombs.
Wasn't Mexico City basically annihilated in the Great War?
I don't think it was as hard hit as D.C. or Bakersfield, but it was bad enough. By the time we got there, the city was a radioactive ruin. Still, the city was full of looters, already forming into the beginnings of raider tribes. Crime was bad before the war, but now it was a nightmare. We were living like scavengers, scraping by on what little food we could find, always looking for medicine for my burns. And then, of course, the radiation started to kick in, turning me into this handsome devil you see before you.
Sound pretty bad.
You're a poet of understatement, boss. But there were moments it was almost worth it. I still remember finding that novelty costume shop. I was just looking around for something I could slice up to wrap my burns when I saw the vaquero outfit hanging on the rack like it hadn't been touched. I took it, not like anybody else needed it, you know, and wore it back to our camp. Rafaela laughed for the first time since the bombs had fallen.
Wasn't it dangerous to be dressed so noticeably?
It was. I started to build up a legend. Sometimes it headed off trouble, but most of the times it just started more. Young punks looking to prove themselves would come looking for me, but my eyes were sharp and my guns were quick. For a while, it seemed like we might even survive there, until Rafaela.
Go on, what happened to Rafaela?
She went out to find some food one day. I was sick, so I stayed at our camp. I guess it must have been the beginning of radiation poisoning. Anyway, it was supposed to be safe, but some raiders happened to pass through where she was scavenging. I won't speak of what they did to her. When I found her body, the only way to recognize her was this funny little scar on her knee from when she was a little girl.
That's terrible, Raul.
Terrible doesn't begin to cover it, boss. I let my whole family down. First the ranch, now Rafaela. I was the last Tejada. I guess maybe I went a little crazy then. I took my guns and went back to that market. I didn't have many bullets, but I had enough. After the raiders were dead, I salvaged what I could from the store. I was tired. I just wanted to be alone forever.
So what did you do?
I left Mexico City behind. I made my way out to the Gulf Coast. Eventually, I found an old Petro Chico refinery nobody had claimed. I stayed there for a little while, and I thought a lot about my life. I thought about the guns I'd lived by and what they'd gotten me. I decided my guns hadn't gotten me anything, and it was time to give it up. I took off the old vaquero outfit and put on a Petro Chico jumpsuit. The name tag said Miguel, so I started using the name myself. Eventually, I made it to Arizona. That's another story, boss.
Alright, maybe I can do Novak now. Maybe.
There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big
God, I hope so.
big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron.
What's new?
Tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
They haven't been.
I guess there's a box somewhere. Fuck.
What can I do for you, boss? Good. That's why you're the boss. You always make the right decision. I'll just head home. Home.
Gonna get back arcade. I got one quest I can do with him. I know it's gonna boost something. Maybe. Probably. If I pick the right dialogue.
Hey, you're the one.
Okay, my man.
What's up?
Try out to get him.
Well,
I didn't wake that. I didn't sleep that much. So I got woke up already. Could probably gone for another hour. Oh well.
Evening.
We still need a contractor on our Vault 22 project. Interested?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Wonderful. Straight to it then. Have you signed the release forms? No? Doesn't matter. We'll keep that to ourselves. Vault 22. Where to begin?
I'm listening.
Imagine, if you will, the wasteland in bloom. Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month. Orchards of trees, their branches weighed halfway to the ground, hung with fat, ripe oranges, a harvest that could feed a city or a nation. And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water and the efforts of only a handful of human farmers. Impossible?
Yeah, I say so.
A realist. We have that in common. A year ago, I'd have said the same. But what if I was to tell you that the wasteland can yield an endless bounty, and that the secret may lie a mere few miles from where we stand? We need only reach out and take it, and for that, I need you.
Scientific discovery is never so simple as that.
Isn't it? One directs one's efforts, or the efforts of others, toward a goal, and progress is made. It's a matter of incentives, nothing more. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlock the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their gate. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated.
Alright, I do that.
Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you?
Anything else I should know?
I thought it was a fairly straightforward assignment. It's a simple question of retrieving the data, which shouldn't prove overly challenging. Downloading the data will be handled by your Pip-Boy. You might think of yourself as a mere means of conveyance. No insult intended, of course.
Bye.
'Cause I insist.
I need to talk to you.
What's up?
Did Dr. Hildern... This really isn't any of my business, but... Did he give you a job?
Yeah, he asked me to get some data from Vault 22.
I shouldn't say anything. I know that. But you're not the first person Hildern sent out to the vault. There were a lot of mercs, one after another. None of them came back. Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius, and he didn't mention her? Not even her name? Or any of the other mercs?
No, he didn't mention anyone else.
But now he's hired you, which means one of two things. Either he heard back from Keeley, and she failed, or he's given up on her. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich, not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc, but I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead.
Alright, I look for her.
I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it.
Bye.
Or a creature surfacing like meat. So far, photos of the so-called lake meat monster are grainy and underexposed. Also in the headlines, unconfirmed reports say NCR's General Lee Oliver may have uprooted from his posted
I'm gonna have to use some code again. As much as I like New Vegas, one of the things I absolutely despise is how to up the likeliness of your companion, how freaking complicated it is.
Gonna play a song for you right now, and it's about that special someone you find
Like,
only once in a blue moon.
Rex is the easiest one. Just go there, go there. You can't fail this unless you don't even try. After that, I would say Lily, but you need to know what you're doing. Basically, you just need to order a bunch, talk to her. In fact, you need to, in this order, talk to her a bunch, shoot her in the face a bunch, re-talk, and you're done. Not joking, this is how I do it. The thing is, I need to drop her HP to a certain point, and she's still not coming every time I shoot her like 25 times in the face, so yeah, just shoot her in the face. Man, I still got like a 20 to 30 hour gameplay to do. Yeah. I got a few location done. Like, I take this quest to the last quest and can make a run. What take session to the Fiend one. Almost last quest.
Looks like break time's over.
That place is confusing to get out, by the way. It is.
I'm no botanist, but I think this may not be entirely natural.
Hey. Like, it's without a doubt you're gonna get lost.
It's me again. and Mr. New Vegas reminding you that you're nobody till somebody loves you, and that somebody is me. I love you. We've got some news for you coming right up. Unconfirmed reports say NCR's General Lee Oliver may have uprooted from his post at Camp McCarran in order to be present at Hoover Dam. NCR sources say that holding the dam against Caesar's Legion has become their main strategic priority, and this move would not be unexpected. Also in the headlines, rumors persist about a super mutant refuge nestled high in the ski lodge to the northwest.
Nothing that way.
If you should find it, do not, repeat, do not belittle a super mutant for taking the bunny slope. That's the news. This is Mr. New Vegas filling in for Mr. New Vegas. More classics coming right up for you, so stay tuned.
Did not see him.
Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. Big iron on his heel. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. Slowly looking all around. From his lip, and he's here to do some business with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
Let's just go down.
In this town they're living out like
Should I brought some coffee before doing this? Fuck.
many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though he
Trying to eat my face, but you can't.
notches on his pistol number 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was in Arizona Ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came here out back alive or maybe dead.
Oh, okay.
It didn't matter, he was after Texas Red. After Texas Red. Here we go. Texas Red. But the outlaws were even tried before the day. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
Let's see a door go through it. Simple as that.
Passed so quickly, it was time then to me. It was
Might even get level up. That'd be cool.
There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still found today. Texas Red had not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped, and the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw
not that
on the
though.
ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron. When he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his
Here's Stimpak.
hip.
Must be underneath me. We're gonna be fine.
Here we go. Looks like break time's over.
Another shoe. I got a key for the door. Yippee. Do I sound tired? Pretty much sound exhausted. Like there's a certain slowness in my voice, I would say. Saw you.
Time's over.
Okay, we're good. Yeah, finish this place, cash in the grass, and I'm ending this episode.
We go.
Yay, flamer. Amazing so far. Ah, fuck, I need coffee or something to keep me awake. I am not doing this right now. Like, I am so not there with you guys. Like, for this episode I need a certain level of awareness, and I am not having that certain level of awareness. There was this door I couldn't open. Is it on this one or the lower?
Howdy, folks.
Lower.
Mr. New Vegas, and I have a good feeling about all of you listening. More news for you. Rumors persist about a super mutant refuge nestled high in the ski lodge to the northwest. If you should find it, do not, repeat, do not belittle a super mutant for taking the bunny slope. One more story for you.
Can I open it now?
Confirmed reports say NCR's General Lee Oliver may have uprooted from his post at Camp McCarran in order to be present at Hoover Dam. NCR sources say that holding the dam against Caesar's Legion has become their main strategic priority, and this move would not be unexpected. Those were our top stories. Ladies and gentlemen, this next song goes out from me.
Here we go. Be sure it's true when you say I love. It's a sin.
Thanks, Arcade.
So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin
No way.
to tell a lie.
Just going in the direction to see if I find anything interesting.
Here we go. Yes, I do.
That's for a Battle of Brotherhood quest.
Not finding much. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you. What a shame.
Oh. Thanks. Let's go that way. Yeah. Alright, it says to go that way. I guess I need to go down. Got interesting stuff out of it, so it's not so bad. Oh, that gun.
Looks like break time's over.
turret. Scorching. Looks itchy. Oh, thank God. I didn't want to use TCL. Yay.
Looks like break time's over. Here we go.
Thanks, guys. Doing a good job. I am so not there right now. Dead.
Took your sweet time. I suppose the NCR sent you?
Yes, Angela William asked me to come find you.
She's such a dear. Not like that pompous little pedant she works for. But that's neither here nor there. These plants have gotten completely out of control. I've got a plan to deal with them, but I'll need your help.
Of course, I'll be glad to.
Good. Meet me on the second level, and I'll explain what needs to be done.
All the latest news coming your way right now.
I fixed the elevator.
Many NCR Rangers can expect redeployment in the near future. One anonymous soldier said...
Yeah, I can't tell you where I'm going for the next hour after this.
Also,
We'll make some coffee, wait until it's done, we'll really freaking relax. Then after that, take it with a 20-30 minutes before it take effect. Then do other stuff, like maybe another video if I feel like it.
Reminding us of those times when you absolutely have to kiss the person you love. Something's gotta give. Up next.
What's this? Did you do these repairs? Not bad. Saves me
for such as you. Meets an old immovable object like me. You can bet just sure as you live.
Good, you're here. Ready to begin?
Sure, how can I help?
Time is of the essence, so I'll be brief. This place is filled with spores that are toxic to humans, and we need to get rid of them. I've pumped the vault full of a highly flammable gas that, once ignited, should destroy the vast majority of spores. There's one problem, though. The gas becomes semi-inert on exposure to oxygen, meaning the gas will have to be ignited close to where it's being introduced. I need you to find the vents where the gas is being pumped and ignite it. Oh, and survive the resulting blast.
So on guard.
Sounds dangerous, but I do it.
Good. Return to me when it's done.
Those are on level 4.
I'll try hard, ignoring those lips I adore.
We might die, Arcade. I got a Tom Tom.
Chances are some heavenly star-spangled night we'll find out as sure as we live. Something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give.
Well, that hurt.
It's me again, Mr. New Vegas, reminding you that you're nobody till somebody loves you, and that somebody is me. I love you. More news for you. The death toll continues to climb around Camp Forlorn Hope, where Legion raiding parties are still chipping away at the NCR's hold south of the dam. One more story for you. Citizens of Outer Vegas are flocking to the strip in droves amid a wave of terror caused by a band of...
Ah, good. You survived. I was beginning to think you hadn't. You'll be pleased to know that the spore should no longer be a problem. Now all that's left is to ensure that none of this ever happens again. The research that led to these abominations must be erased.
What needs to be done?
I've managed to create a connection to the vault's backup system from here.
Will that take long?
No. It shouldn't take all that long. That's strange. The system said you wouldn't happen.
Actually, a copy of the file. Actually, copy the file. Hilder sent me here to get them.
Yes, that sounds like something he'd do. Well, there's nothing for it then. Those files need to be erased. Hold out your arm and I'll have it done in a flash.
Do you think those files will make it more likely this will happen again?
How do you figure that?
Science isn't just about success. Failure is just as important to learn from.
I suppose the data here could serve as a warning to other scientists. Tell them what paths of research not to follow.
Exactly. Without the knowledge, something similar is bound to occur.
Alright. You convinced me. Take the files back to that buffoon. You make a good point. I've unlocked the door, so you're free to run along now. Although it pains me to say it, I wouldn't have made it out of here without your help. If you're heading back toward McCarran.
Everybody win. Yay. I mean, the guy's gonna retry that, so might as well, you know, tell him what to not freaking do. Man, I could go for a nap. You're lucky I like this game enough to play this like this, because otherwise I would not even try as hard. Feeling like this? Yeah, no. After that, I'm gonna attack the first somebody mod series. Some guy series mod, right? The Some Guy series. I put in the link for it in that first video of Fallout New Vegas modded. So if you want to check it out, go there. That's where you find the link and everything. The only mod I didn't put there was like the mod you need to any other mod. Like you can't play them without using those mods. So like you're gonna find them on your own for a simple reason that you need them to play them. It's like 1 + 1 = 2. Like you can get the 2, you have the 1, but that's the other one you're missing, you know? Something close.
Yes, what is it?
Oh, right, my bad, sorry. How'd you feel?
Keeley just called in. You should have heard the director. But wait up. Now look here. She wouldn't let him finish a sentence. Just reamed him out for sending all those people. Thanks for keeping her safe. Here's the...
Bye.
I received a pleasant call from Dr. Keeley. It seems we have you to thank for keeping her alive. Very charitable of you.
I brought the data from Vault 22.
Wonderful. Excellent work. Let me see it. It'll take a moment to decode on my terminal.
By the way, that vault was just as dangerous as William thought.
I don't see how that's relevant. The dangers of the vault were your business, not mine. The only question is whether the data is still intact. I think William's decryption algorithms seem to be working. Yes, here it is. The data is mostly uncorrupted. This will make the board of directors finally sit up and take notice. Here then, as promised, an agreeable sum payable upon delivery of the data. You've more than done your part.
Be careful with that data. You didn't see those plant in the vault.
Your concerns are perfectly understandable, but I assure you, they're entirely misplaced. We would never use technology that wasn't fully tested. We aren't some motley band of vault alchemists. We're with the government, for goodness sake. Have a little faith in us.
Yeah, government doesn't have a good reputation in this world, so, yeah. And I got level up for doing it. Whee! Alright. I knew I said I would end this there, but one last thing. I'm gonna finish the boomer to 100%. Cause I forgot. Yeah, I forgot to do them. And I gotta walk. When I do this, I am done. Promise. I feel like my eyelids are getting heavy, so yeah, that's over after this. Now, yes.
I know Mother Pearl is letting you wander Nellis as you please, outsider, but I have patients to tend to.
I'm looking for a way to make myself useful.
I have 3 patients here who were gravely injured fighting those giant ants in the generator building a few days ago. I've stabilized their wounds, but they're in bad shape. Do you have medical training?
I have extensive medical knowledge. That's what I can do.
If what you say is true, you can do us a world of good.
First one.
I thought that man was done for, but you brought him around. Excellent treatment. I hadn't thought of that. That was some fine doctoring. I could learn a thing or two from you. If I haven't said it before, outsider, let me say it now. Welcome to Nellis. Word from Pearl is that you're to be greeted as a friend.
I finished treating your patient.
Those men owe you their lives. Seems we could learn a thing or two from you savages, when it comes to medicine at least.
Bye.
Listeners have been unable to pick up radio broadcasts from Black Mountain recently.
I'm done for today. At least this episode, maybe later. I hope you enjoy. I want to be see you next time. Bye.